What's up? Larry. Here.
I'm Adam.
I need my hat. I need my blanket. We are the creators of DZB2 and 3 and 1. And we're here to talk to you about the movie. So let's jump right in. This is the third 3 movies. We're in it.
We're in it a lot.
Yeah. So
We play a lot of characters. I've lost count of how many people we play.
Who's been your favorite character?
To play?
Or in it?
who's your favorite character in it, and who is your favorite character from the game? Who do you like the most? Like for me, Samus is my favorite character in the games.
Oh, okay.
But in the movie, I like the character played by Kayla, who you will see. Which is not, like, she plays Peach in the movie, but Peach probably has, like, the screen time of, like maybe 2 minutes. She's maybe in the movie for 2 minutes. And Peach has not appeared in the previous movies. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Oh, she's outside.
My favorite character, I don't know, I really like Link.
You embody Link the most. You look like you could be Link.
Yeah, and like, he's the most fun for me to play, I think, because he's just ridiculous. And,
Who else do you play?
I like improving him. What should I say?
Yeah, we have a poster of him.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, I also play...
Now I'm trying to think of who else you play. Oh yeah!
Should I say that?
Nah, keep that a secret.
So I play... The other character I play a lot is Mr. Game & Watch. And, I mean, we've had...
bleep stuff out if we need to.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want.
We've had, there's been a few people who played Mr. Game & Watch, but I played him,
the most.
Yeah.
You have influenced what the character is.
Yeah, I was him at the end of the second one, and, oh man, you know what? He was a lot of fun to play too. Just because he's really dark and like he's the exact opposite of Link. Like Link's really emotional and shows.
So you would say you have a really hard time hurting people? What happened last time? What happened last time you were Mr. Game & Watch?
What are you talking about? No, I really like playing him too. My favorite character from the games. I don't really play a lot of Nintendo games anymore. I know.
What
I played them
more
more
on
as
your
a kid.
DS? What are you playing right now?
Well, I'm playing Pokemon right now. And wait, is that Nintendo?
Yeah, that's Nintendo!
I knew that.
Who did you think it was? Pokemon's like a major part of our movie.
I knew that. Shit.
It says it. It's on the Nintendo.
I know. Because I'm thinking of all the times it shows up on the credits and stuff. I guess I just never really processed it. Stop it.
He's in Smash Brothers. Pikachu.
That's true. I know.
We tried
okay,
our
well then,
best to
Pokemon's my favorite. Like
really? So
franchise
Pick a character in the movie. Who do we have that's in the movie that's Pokemon?
we have Ash. Ash was in the last movie. Jigglypuff. Can we say the other characters?
Yeah, we can mute it. So we have Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
Who is pretty awesome.
Mewtwo is pretty awesome.
He has a psychic battle with Mr. Game & Watch that's very much so like Harry fighting Voldemort. And that they scream a lot.
We have Giovanni, Jesse, and James.
Oh yeah, we don't have a poster of them yet. All the Team Rocket people show up. We go to the Team Rocket game corner, like from the original game, where it's like a dirty casino, but actually is Team Rocket's headquarters.
All that stuff was a lot of fun to film.
Okay, so like what locations do we have? What references do we have? So we have the Rocket Game Corner. Like for these movies, like I generally write like the outline, and then like Adam and I and Graham sometimes
Not really.
we'll like fill it in with like just random ideas. And so basically we take story elements like from the games, like really cool items, and it's like a huge mishmash of all the stuff we like pretty much. It's like we go to the Rocket Game Corner. Team Rocket ties into the overall plot in a way that you'll see. They have connections with the main villain, who has not yet been revealed. Like I don't think we'll say who it is.
Yeah,
until
don't
you
say
see
who it
the
is.
movie, you won't know who the bad guy of this movie is. I mean, like we've pretty much painted the picture clear that it's Peach. Like that Peach is the bad guy,
and there
but she's not
scattered around.
That's not Peach. I mean, like we came into this one like there's actually no villains in this movie, really. I mean, like villainous characters originally, like Team Rocket, Wario, but that's it. All of the main villains in our movie are heroic characters from video games. Like we have Mega Man, we have Mr. Game & Watch, we have Sir Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, and the main villain is a kind of recent hero. She doesn't go as far back as the rest, and I feel like if you wanted to look for it, like I feel like there's enough clues out there, you would get an idea.
Yeah, there's hints scattered around.
I mean, there's a lot of clues. Like even the original, I feel like. So I don't want to say it, like all of the posters almost. I mean, like the fonts and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know that they'd ever guess that.
What are some other cool things we can share with them? Share with our friends.
What
you guys in our movie, you piece of crap.
Talk about some of the people you played.
Oh.
So you play Arthur.
I play Arthur.
So we each play a main villain.
I have a fight with Adam in my boxers and nothing else.
It was...
And how did you decide to do that?
That was a lot of fun.
Anyone who's played Ghosts and Goblins gets the reference. If you don't, then get your mind out of the gutter, because that's not why we do things. It was for art. It was for art.
Tell us a bit about Arthur. What would you like to play him? What do you have to do to prep yourself?
Okay, so going back then previously to the idea of the villains. All of the villains in our movie are like epic, legendary heroes from like the golden age of Nintendo.
Yeah.
So you have like Mega Man, you have Sir Arthur, who have kind of like fallen out of favor, I feel like, in society. Like they have like the Mega Man Wii games, but really, you don't hear about him anymore. He's not popular. And Sir Arthur, like, who the hell is that guy?
Yeah, he was on like a fighting game recently.
Yeah, he's on Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, but otherwise, I don't feel like...
Is that why you chose to make them villains?
Yes. We wanted people who had been forgotten. Because, like, we won't get into it now, but there was actually a completely different script for DZB3. Like, we had a fully fleshed out story. And it had the same elements, that it had characters who had been forgotten by Nintendo or robbed of, like, what they were deserved. We brought them back to be villainous characters. None of those characters appear in this movie, though.
No.
Except the main villain, who wasn't a villain in that, but has become the underlying villain of the whole DZB saga. Like, there's definitely one bad guy. Like, it feels like Star Wars, kind of, except better than the prequels, because we tried.
It's better than the prequels.
We don't have special effects.
Yeah, we have, like, nothing that the prequels had. No money.
Poppers. Yeah, our special effects are we throw poppers on the ground, and that's bullets. It's awesome.
It's totally awesome. So,
what were we talking about?
If you don't like CGI, you should watch our movie.
I don't know, because we may have CGI.
We might have some. That's okay, though. Just like a couple of moments. The movie's gonna be like 99% like real. It's not gonna be like...
What were we talking about? The villains?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to tell them then, like, give them an idea of, like, what the story for DZB is? What has propelled the heroes into motion? And how does this connect into the others? Why is this the end?
You should do that. You know the stories, like...
You know it. Hey. Go ahead.
I think you should do this one.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Hey.
Also, my eyes are itchy.
Anyway, So the story for this one is Peach has revealed herself to be another character that we had no idea who it was. And she's actually kind of found out by Samus. And Peach, for the time being, has taken over Nintendo. And she is a character who sees herself as having been robbed of her prime. And if you've ever played the game that she's from, you would agree, I feel like. And it was a pretty popular game. I don't feel like most of you have heard of it. Maybe. It came out really late in the era of that console. I mean, like, had you ever heard of it?
The game?
The game
That
she's from.
Peach is from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I had a lot of friends who played it. I never played it myself. Actually, I think I might have at, like, birthday parties and stuff.
Because, I mean, it was
like
the sequel.
multiplayer?
I mean, like, it was essentially like the sequel to...
Yeah. It like came off after that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's the exact same thing. Except, like, 2.0. So, that character has assumed power, and she is doing everything she can to fix what she sees as a problem. So, like, I would say, like, who would you say she's based off of most? She's like an Ozymandias character.
Yeah, she's a lot like, and we talked about that. Like, we wanted to make,
You can sympathize with what she's doing.
Yeah, and starting with Die Zwei Brüder 2, we wanted to do that with our villains. Like, we wanted to make them... We didn't do it as well with Ganondorf.
Because Ganondorf, I mean, you can never make him.
And
we wanted to make DZB3. Like, we knew...
But if you, like...
When we were doing DZB2, it would be, like, DZB3 would be, like...
Yeah.
We were setting it up for something amazing.
So, yeah, she's... Yeah, a lot like Ozymandias from Watchmen. And,
How so?
We wanted to make a more complex villain whose, like, motives you can understand and relate to, and they're still doing evil things, but it's not just, like, evil for the sake of evil. Yeah, it's like... and we tried that with Ganondorf, and, like, if you listen to what he says in the second movie, like...
It's not like this. Yeah, it's
he's trying to, like, unite the world, like, he says that, and we kill him. I kill him, and so...
There's a right way and a wrong way. And killing hundreds of people is how we do things, generally. Yeah, like, for the record, like, Link racks up the highest body count by far.
I don't know, does he? Do you think so?
You're, like, you and, like, the main villain... Like, all of the villains together, I feel like... If you combine all of their body counts, it's maybe where your body count is.
Game & Watch kills a lot of people. He kills a lot of people.
TBD. We'll bleep it out.
Bleep it out. Or just edit it. I forget what I was going to say.
I don't remember either. Probably nothing that would have wowed me.
Yeah, a lot of people die in these... So many people die.
Actually, yeah, we kill off a lot of characters. A lot of people... Okay, a lot of characters are killed. No, you kill, like... You kill a crap load of rocket grunts.
Yeah, I kill a lot of
terrible ways.
There's a scene... That was a lot of fun to film, that scene with Paul and... Graham? He was the other one, I think.
I guess.
Paul and Graham.
And your brother. Your brother was a rocket grunt.
Yeah, I don't get to kill... I didn't kill Liv. Well, I did as Game & Watch, I guess.
Me too killed him.
But he doesn't kill that many people.
You kill a lot of people, really, though.
He kills, like, those three.
You kill... Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he does. He kills a lot of the...
The other character that Adam plays that we haven't talked about yet is also the character that does the other narration for the original trailer. So Mario is speaking, and there's another character that's speaking to Mario. That's the other person Adam plays.
Yeah, in the teaser trailer.
And he's killed more people than any of the people in our movie put together. Indirectly.
Yeah.
Indirectly.
Yeah. Little people.
Literally.
How do you come up with how you kill people?
Movies we've watched.
Yeah, we just these movies are like we just rip stuff from everything we've seen ever.
Homage.
Basically.
We don't rip it. We homage it. It's intentional.
We pay homage and
Movies like what?
If a nerdy person would see it, it's in this movie. everything.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings, Star
like,
Wars.
Die Zwei Brüder 2, like, what were some of the things? Like, we did, like, Mad Max,
Oh yeah, we
Star
have like
Wars,
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
reference.
Yeah, there's a random Scrubs reference. Just like
It's not so
everything.
much that we try to fit things in for the sake of homage. It's more, these are the things we think about and talk about all the time.
Yeah.
So it ends up being like, you know what we should do? Let's do this. And we film that. Like, I would say the script is like parlay from like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, it's purely guidelines. We really, like, half the time, the funniest stuff in the movie is like, you know what we should do? We should do this. And we end up doing the most completely opposite thing.
Stuff we like improv or come up with as we're like filming.
And I feel like that's the best part of the movies.
And
Like,
that's
by
why,
far, that's the power of
we
it.
come up with some of the funniest stuff just like on the spot, and that's why we've never done, we've never successfully done storyboarding or like
I tried.
or like proper
Here's my
preparation
notebook.
for
I'll show you
scenes.
guys our storyboard. This is really
Very,
good stuff right here.
Because we talked about. I've been told this a lot by people like that. Oh, you guys should storyboard, and it's hard. Like,
Well, like,
no one
people
realizes
say it because they show up and they end up either sitting around for a while or like something.
Yeah.
Until you film a movie, it takes like an hour for maybe like 4 to 5
like
minutes
a
of
couple minutes,
film.
yeah.
It takes 4
It's
hours.
crazy. Like,
So here's this is where we started the storyboard. This was like 2 hours at Adam Holland's apartment. And I got to here, and I figured this isn't gonna work.
and we never used it.
So
we
stopped.
just went out the
there's
way.
no point in doing storyboarding. Like,
We
unless
just,
you're gonna make a super legitimate movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, like we don't pick the locations half the time. It's like, where can we
Just
go?
wherever we can go.
And we make it work.
That's actually a lot of how these movies are made. Is just like what we can afford and like
Yeah.
where we can go and like who is willing to be weird enough to like be in our movie.
The
with
movie
us.
is definitely not what we would have done. Like, we would have had like, man, Game & Watch would have had like glowing parts, probably not, but like, man, if we could afford it, we'd put it on him.
If we had a budget, like the crazy, we would have had like some Chinese guy be our like fight choreographer.
Oh yeah, we'd have like
like
wire work.
What do you think
Wire
were
work
some of
elements.
your most creative ways to overcome the lack of budget?
That's a good question.
It's to be determined on the lava pit. That could either be really good, or that's gonna be like you won't even
Lava pit, yeah.
Like in a year, or whenever you see this movie, you'll know what we just were talking about. You'll be like, yeah, what the hell happened there? Like, that was weird.
Yeah.
Okay, what is one of the weirder things we've done? Because we've done some pretty strange stuff.
Wind, like how we did a lot of that with fans in this movie.
Oh yeah,
we had
like an industrial power fan
That was a
was
really
like
powerful
blowing
fan,
on
yeah.
Mewtwo and Game & Watch to show like their psychic energy.
That was good.
Still though, we've done other stuff. We made all of our own fake blood through corn syrup. And
Yeah,
dye.
we made fake blood.
Well, I feel like you guys are probably watching this and you're like, duh. But that to us was pretty earth-shattering.
Used a lot of cardboard.
Oh, yeah!
Actually, that's what we
No,
was creative with.
cardboard. Arthur's armor is fully encompassing knight armor, and it's purely cardboard.
Yeah, you guys will see. It's awesome. Link is like a Nerf commercial. So.
What other stuff?
Cardboard, I think we've probably been most
We're
creative
like
with.
the gods of cardboard.
We
use
have
it for
learned
everything.
so. Yeah, we use it for. It's awesome. It's like, what else?
We've had to do a lot of
Dummies.
yeah, dummies.
We've used dummies in this movie.
We toyed with it.
We didn't
Easy
use it.
Tick, didn't we? I thought we were going to. We were
I think
going
we
to
were
try
going to,
but
and
we couldn't.
We never did.
Which is actually a lot easier than you think it is.
And how do you make those?
Oh, you stuff everything you can find in clothes and
Yeah.
duct tape. No, cardboard and duct tape. We worked that like smithies.
Yeah.
Like, we could have like reforged the shards of Narsil like in 2 minutes. Like, they would have looked like ass. I mean, like,
just a couple of shards, duct tape to like this hilt.
the sword would have like ended up like curving because none of it would be
It's
straight.
terrible.
And that's pretty evident in this movie. Like, if you look for it, you'll find like the worst things that are just like, you know what, go ahead.
Yeah.
Kirby and Meta Knight look awesome.
Really, that's all you. That was all you.
Yeah, it was susceptibly used.
A lot of costumes we've been creative with.
Well, like, we always wanted to do our own version of the characters. Like, we wanted them to be reminiscent. You would see them and know who they were, but we didn't want it to look the same. Like, we wanted our own take, which like Mara and Link for the most part. look the same.
We look the same, but like
Game & Watch is definitely a different flavor.
yeah, Game & Watch is
Zelda-
totally different. Zelda's different. Giovanni's.
Oh, yeah.
He's
He's different, like the Kingpin's different in Daredevil. And that he's a black guy.
That was perfect.
Who else?
And
Yeah,
then
Mewtwo's really different.
Mewtwo's really different. Someone you play. I don't know if we want to mention him yet, but
DDD? Yeah, so I played DDD through accident. We have a lot of people in this movie, but we finally tapped the potential.
yeah,
And he's a bigger like role, so I did it even though I have like we both like Among Us play all the bad guys and the good guys and the in between guys.
and that's the easiest way, just because.
People get nervous about the German.
And
Yeah.
yeah. How did you guys meet, get together, decide to do it? How do you get people in it?
Okay, so for DZB2, originally I was still with all the same people from DZB1, and I had mentioned to them like, you guys, like because we would talk about it all the time, like who makes a movie really,
Yeah.
and it was one of those like I kind of really wanted to make another one, and they seemed enthusiastic about it too. Like they were like, yeah, let's do another one. So I think that was what year was that?
We
made
2007. That was
Yes,
no,
it was.
Wait, was it? That was when I came to U of A. It was 2007, and that was when I met you. I think.
2005. I took
maybe it was
German 101
2008.
in 2006, 102 in 2006, 201. We made it in the fall of 2007.
Okay. That was right when I was a freshman.
It was it was a year. So it was 2008. Is that?
I would have been second semester sophomore, or wait, second semester freshman, and then beginning of my sophomore year.
Okay. Well, either way, second semester Gen Chem lab I had with Adam, and we did that together. No, yeah.
That was 2008. Yeah.
No, that was earlier. I knew you before we started talking about the movies. No, I didn't. We met next semester.
Yeah.
We met next semester.
We met in like,
I can't.
and then I don't remember how it came about.
Okay, so continuing on, I had mentioned to them we would make another movie, like, and they seemed really into it. Like, well, yeah, let's do it. And so I made like a Facebook group because yeah, like Facebook's really different now. You don't use groups anymore. Like
Yeah,
you have
no
like
one
pages you
does.
like. Even though there's a secret group for 2 and 3, which the people in them are still in them, but you can never find them. We'll make them public maybe, just for like to look at later. Although 3, we really didn't use it.
We didn't use 3.
2
that
we
much.
did. Everything's on 2.
Yeah.
So I wrote a story, and I wrote a script, and at that time, like, Graham Curry was gone for a while. Like, we met with him.
We were friends
But he
at
left.
this point?
Yeah, we were
Okay.
friends.
We were friends.
Yeah, so it was Oakham then. I had mentioned to Al, like, do you want to be in this movie? You were actually the first person I recruited, and like 50% of the people I recruited. And he was into it. And so after, the first time we talked about the movie really was after our OChem final, and neither of us, like, you went to bed for like an hour, and I didn't sleep at all that night, so I
Yeah.
think we'd been up for like 30 hours.
And we were up like all night talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
on AIM.
We met with Graham and we talked about the movie, and like, saying you want to do a movie and doing a movie are like completely different things. Like, I would honestly say, like, making these 2 movies, especially this one, is probably the hardest thing I've ever done. And I'm in pharmacy
agree.
school, and this is the hardest thing I've ever done.
What specifically about
Everything. There's nothing that's not hard. Because as much as people think they do things, like, no, like, we do the things that enable the things you do. It's like work. And we have to schedule everything. Which, like, Adam for DZB3 has been the main producer. Like, he's called everybody. Which, if I had to do that again, like, I would kill myself. Like, I feel like that's the worst thing to do.
It became like
It's stressful.
more split towards the end. Like, you started calling people.
Yeah, I had, like, my own group I was, like, responsible for.
Yeah.
And Adam and I would, like, be like, who can you get this guy.
It's just hard. It's a lot of things you don't think about. Like, you have to so many props, especially for this movie. Like,
you know what though? I feel like
twice as
the
many.
worst part is though cancellations. Is then how can you still film something but not do it how you plan? Nothing we filmed in this movie went as planned. Nothing.
Yeah.
And the same for DZB2. But I think for this one it shows less. Adam and I knew what we were doing going into this one, and so like the count of actors I feel like is huge. Like everyone,
there's a lot more.
Everyone, and there's
yeah.
like 40 or 50 characters.
Called on a lot of favors.
Yeah,
in this movie.
Well,
yeah, cancellations are the worst. Like, just script changes constantly.
DZB2,
like,
we had to rewrite the crap out of it. DZB2 was a really different story. And I feel like we can talk about it now because it's nothing we could reuse.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Solid Snake followed us after he reappeared to kill Ash. Like, he was with us the whole time.
Originally, yeah.
Yeah, him and Samus hooked up.
I forgot that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, him and Samus hooked up at the end of the original script.
Yeah, so it was Snake and Samus together who destroyed the Ganondorf console.
Yeah.
And, like, Luigi was in the whole thing, which he wasn't, clearly, so you can imagine people's commitment.
Yeah.
Wavered.
Should we talk about problems with DZB2? Like what?
Yeah, I would say,
problems?
like, how many people do you think we went through? Like, Samus alone, Hannah was, like, the 5th person we tried to get to do it. We went through, I honestly, I think we went through 5 people.
I think so, too.
And,
I forget who.
But you know who the hardest was? I think
Yeah.
Sheik was the last person we got. And I had to, like, really think outside the box for that one. Like, we had to go... It was no one, I think, that we knew from school.
Yeah.
And that one was me.
Yeah, we had a lot of people drop out. Our original Ganondorf dropped out.
Oh, yeah, we have, like...
There's footage that...
We have, like, half an hour of
that
footage for
in the-
Border... Yeah, and we had a different Samus, we had a different Ganondorf, we had a really different location.
Oh my god, the original Samus. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, we actually filmed
Yeah.
some of the different Samus. And, like, the biggest problem, like, for the people who, like, we're mentioning, if you're watching this, or for people who, like, for whatever reason we just didn't have, like, the issue is definitely scheduling. Like, if we can't make you work, we have to go another way. And especially with DZB3, like, Adam and I went into it, like, it's like zero tolerance policy.
Yeah,
basically.
we knew a lot more what to do with people who,
yeah.
like, we knew also better how to, like, read people in
Yeah.
terms of, like, their commitment immediately. Like, you could sort of tell if
no
someone's
one
really
is honest
into
with
it,
you.
and-
No one tells you the truth.
That's true.
And no one understands how the movie works. No one understands that until you do it. And no one understands... I still don't think anyone really gets what we do. Like, how hard it is.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say, like, definitely, like, Kayla probably gets a lot of it, because she was close to this movie.
Yeah, especially when she was
But
here,
she didn't
was
go through
really
DZB2,
close.
so she doesn't know how bad it can be.
Yeah.
This movie has been a lot easier than DZB3, or DZB2, for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who've gotten to know it more. Graham.
I think we set, like, people down where, like, if you can't do this, don't freaking, like, show up and not do it. Like,
Yeah.
It ruins everything.
And we got better at recasting people, like, on the fly, like, really quickly, too, because we had to learn.
We had to recast a lot of
DZB2.
people, like, yeah, we had to recast Snake, and it was nothing personal, like, it was just a schedule conflict.
Yeah.
And with...
Recast Samus.
Yeah, and that one like...
Big characters.
We didn't
like,
want to have to
that we
do,
just-
but it was just a scheduling thing.
Yeah.
I mean, DZB3, we filmed quicker than 2, but we have filmed
Comparatively.
significantly longer.
Yeah.
I mean, for DZB2, it was an 80-minute movie, and we filmed 3 hours of footage. And that's including the epilogue from 1. I mean, that took up like half a tape. This movie, we have filmed 8 hours so far, and I'm sure we'll get 9. Like, this alone will, like, kill this whole tape.
Yeah.
I think we'll have at least 10 tapes for this movie. And I have, like, I'm terrible at estimating anything. Like, I can never tell you how long filming will take. Long.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how
I've
long this
gotten used
movie will
to
be.
that.
Probably long.
Yeah.
It's very possible you'll be seeing a DZB3 Part 1 and Part 2. That's a possibility.
I think that'd be cool.
It would be cool. Anything in this movie is
Part
cool.
1, Part 2. We could have, like, intermission. Yeah, it's gonna be long because we filmed a lot, and a lot of it's just stuff we didn't plan.
We didn't
like,
want to compromise on anything, though.
We didn't want to compromise.
We
yeah.
did not want to, because, like, DZB2 turned out, we rewrote the epilogue.
So much we compromised on.
Wario and Waluigi originally had nothing to do with DZB2. I mean, like, that's confusing. And then Waluigi, we lost the guy who was committed to playing Waluigi. And so that's why you have like 5 of them.
If you were lost on the Waluigi,
We tried.
Luigi, all the stuff that happens there, we tried our best with what we were given, and
It wasn't intentional.
that came about because of both Luigis.
We lost
had
a Luigi,
we lost our
and then
original
we
Luigi,
lost Waluigi.
and then we lost our Waluigi, and then
And
we just-
originally, the epilogue for DZB2, I feel like would have made that work a lot better.
yeah.
Because originally there was like an idea that there could potentially be 5 DZB movies, and then there was a while we were like, okay, 4 is maybe we could do 4, and so it definitely we had a completely alternate DZB3, which I feel like was still like it was pretty cool. Like it would be fun to have seen what that would have been like.
I think I really like what we did though.
Oh no, like
I think
DZB3 is a combination of everything.
Like this ended up really well.
Recently, you've been talking about making more. Would you make more movies?
Yes.
Would they be the same characters, or would you make a new storyline?
At this point, like, everyone's thinking their own thing. I've thought about it, and I definitely know where I would like to go with it. It would be different, but you would still have all the same familiar characters that live, so not many characters.
Where do you want to go with it?
I don't
even know this.
I'll tell you later. It would not, like, DZB3 definitely ends 1 and 2.
Yeah, it
4 and
concludes
5
the trilogy.
would have a tie-in to 1, 2, and 3. But I don't want to say anything more than that, because realistically, you may never see it. And if that happens, like, you'll see it on the page. You should like the Facebook page, and we'll talk all about it. But until that happens, like, we don't want to talk about what we had for the original DZB3, because we could reuse that.
Right, that material.
So you won't know anything about that for a long time. But, like, rest assured, we definitely could make a lot more. Like, there's so many things in the universe that we haven't even, like, we wanted to touch on, but we just did not have time.
Yeah.
And believe me, like, we fit a crap load in this movie.
Oh, so much, yeah.
And if you're a fan of Nintendo, of anything in Nintendo, there's something in here that you will like.
Yeah.
Something.
We have so many characters, so many cameos, references.
Tons of cameos, tons of references.
There's going to be a lot of really subtle cues into the games. Like, you do a lot of sound effects, a lot of songs.
There's something for Link that would tie into the game completely. We don't know if it'll work out like as we had hoped.
That's awesome, though.
But we have
that.
filmed it. Link will speak in this movie, for sure. Will he verbally say words? We don't know yet. I'll just say that. I'll let that hang out there. But Link speaks.
Yeah, Link
For
has
sure. Quite a few lines.
quite a few lines. He's a much bigger character in this. Like, he was a big character in the last movie.
We needed him
But
to
you
talk.
really-
He needed to be a more...
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just felt like a secondary
just
character, I
stagnant,
feel like,
yeah.
yeah. So, and this, like, the movie, like we previously mentioned, like, it is Mario and Link, like, definitely having to fill the gap of, like, the original Mario Brothers with Mario and Luigi. Like, Luigi's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think we could have gotten anyone if we wanted to.
No, it was... And that's not something we planned on, like we said earlier.
Yeah,
That just-
originally Luigi would have been made
Yeah,
the
he
whole
would have
way.
been...
What's been your least favorite part of filming? All the changes you've had to make?
No, it's completely for me the organizing it. I hate that. The stress of it.
Yeah.
Having to
I
deal with
hated,
people's schedules because, like, everyone who's done the movie, like, thank you. But it's usually really stressful to have you because we're all stressed. Like, you're worried about your schedule. We're worried about your schedule too, but everyone else is. Like, we do consider it. It's not that we forget about you.
Yeah.
But we have stuff that we have to get. We have to prioritize. And there's always going to be someone that either gets screwed or, like, is going to get shortchanged a little bit. And that's just the way it is. I mean, we did the best we could. And it may not seem like it, but, like, we're both, like, full-time students. Like, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we...
Screw you, jerk.
The organizing was definitely the worst. Yeah, like texting people, like mass text to people and trying to get everyone at the same place at the same time.
And there's no fun in it. It's just, like,
It's-
miserable.
Yeah, at that point it becomes... It's fun when you're filming it, but it's like the getting there. And we've had, I've had like breakdowns before, like... like literal breakdowns, like behind the scenes video. And
the original boardroom scene is probably the biggest breakdown Adam's ever
had.
Adam broke down.
If we include that, which I think we should in the DVD.
There's a possibility. If not, it'll be later down the road.
That was just the people involved in that and like how they were treating the scene and the characters and like
it was the characters. It was the characters.
Super upset with just the direction.
And not only that, but the rewrite. Because we had Snake there. We had Snake show up. And he doesn't now. Like, Snake doesn't show up at all.
Yeah, so DZB2 was a nightmare at times. Like
DZB2 was miserable.
But it's so much fun, too. Like, these movies have been so much fun.
We started to get it together near the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it picked up a lot.
Yeah, we definitely got it together near the end. But we had a lot of problems. I mean, people that lived really far away. So then, it definitely, everything was prioritized. Like, if this person's not available, nothing can be done. Stuff like that. Whereas with this one, like, we've done a good job. We've got it all taken care of. Ish.
We did a lot better, just right off the bat. We filmed a lot more, and, like you said, we filmed it quicker. How long did it take us? A year?
To do this one?
Yeah.
We started filming November 5th, 2010.
Wow.
And, like, how do you forget that? Yeah. DZB2, for people that don't know, took literally 2 years to film. It took 2 whole years to film that movie.
Wait, I thought it was just a year and a half. It took 2 years.
Factor in planning. No, it was 2 years.
So by
the time DZB2 was completely like the inception had occurred and we had written it to the time you watched it on YouTube, it was 2 years.
Yeah.
I feel like we visibly look older.
Yeah, no, we do, and that's noticeable in the training scene.
The training scene where Luigi is present, all of those shots, they're kind of dark.
Their training Link.
Yeah, that was the first thing we shot for DZB2, and it was in March of I think 2009.
How do you remember this stuff?
That I remember because I feel like we had watching or something.
March of 2009. And then when did we end it?
So we finished filming the summer of
2010,
late summer. And we came back, then the scene where Mario is teaching Link to throw the boomerang is over a year later. I'm not making that up. It is over a year and a couple months.
We age a year in that one scene. We're a year older. And you can sort of tell. Bless you. You can tell that like my hair is longer, and I think we look.
Are you kidding?
It is.
Our hair is always different in these movies. It's never the same. We're not that smart. Like we have to get haircuts when we have to get haircuts.
Your stubble is always different.
My stubble's really different. Sorry. I'm sorry. I gave everything I had for you.
For you, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's a lot more noticeable when I get haircuts.
I don't know. I think it's the same. We both have the same hair in that we do nothing to it, and it just goes where it wants.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't notice it, but I feel like people that care about things do. Like anyone, not us.
Yeah.
Talk about where you get your props and
make them all.
Costumes.
Savers, Target, done. Next question. No, but seriously,
He answered it.
Savers is all of our costumes.
Savers
all
is
of our costumes.
Except for the cardboard, which is just
I don't know.
Scraps from my
cupboard. But that's one costume.
Yeah, that's one costume, yeah.
Every costume in DZB2 and DZB3 is Savers.
We owe a lot to Savers.
We alone have kept their business alive.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. I am legally putting that on record. No, I'm not. But we have put a lot of money into that place.
That's another thing you don't think about is how much you're gonna put into props for a movie.
Yeah.
We paid, especially you.
I would feel like per movie, we probably put in about $200 each. You definitely realize, maybe more.
I think you put in more. I probably put in about 200, maybe a little less.
For this one, I think maybe this one, but about the last one, no, we cut it pretty even.
Yeah.
When you hear movies that have $100 million budgets, no, it makes very good sense why they have that much money.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, I would say both of our movies combined probably are about $1,500 to $2,000 of a budget. And you've seen the quality, so you have a pretty good idea of what that gets you, which is not a lot.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
We don't have people we can be like, can you help us with this? Can you help us with this? We do everything. We've made almost all the costumes.
I had to learn to sew, like, not extensively, but like I sewed.
I had to make a lot of new
things.
friends that were girls to do my work, and it was hard.
How else did you save money?
Save money. Not do anything really cool.
Yeah.
Actually physically hurt myself to make fight scenes look good. Josh Backus broke a piece of my rib off filming
No,
DZB2.
he didn't.
And you know what?
This is an ongoing
I just
thing.
kept on going. He broke a piece of my rib. I breathed funny. It was painful for months. And then in this movie, like Adam talks about, like, oh, Game & Watch, he's the opposite of me. Like, no, he's not. There's a darkness in Adam Holland that is waiting to come out. Like, it wants some walking around money. So, we ran out of tape last night. Our interview went so long. This is part 2. I've dressed for the occasion. Adam Holland has just finished filming his final scene as Link in the Die Zwei Brüder saga trilogy.
That may continue.
Yeah.
After making these movies, what would you recommend to other people who want to do something like that?
Don't. We did it the best you can possibly do it. Stop trying.
Stop trying. It's just,
Watch our movies. Be in our movies.
it's unbecoming of you.
You look
You look stupid. Yeah.
fat
It's just
jerk.
jerk. Face.
Bitch.
Ho. But in all seriousness,
Don't. Next question.
do, but expect everything to go wrong. Would you say that's fair?
We could never have made DZB3 if we had not made DZB2 first. And
Oh,
like,
yeah,
obviously,
that's so
in
true.
terms of the story, but no, like we could never have done this.
You mean in terms of like the things we learned and
in
stuff?
terms of
like,
making this movie,
we would have broken down. I think
I would have
yeah.
killed myself.
Like
I was pretty close.
yeah.
DZB2.
So prepare yourself for everything to go wrong. You know, prepare for your batteries to run out, for your actors not to show up, for your script to be altered at like the very last minute, for
Which can be good or bad.
yeah, absolutely.
For
like,
DZB3 turned out to be good.
Yeah, it turned out to be
were
awesome,
DZB2. Next question.
Maybe-
expect rewrites. You know, expect
Maybe not do it in another language.
No.
the language.
That's awesome.
German was challenging.
Warum willst du sein Tod, Mark?
But I never thought we should do it in English. I thought I love it in German.
I really wanted to do this second in English to keep it continuous. And I mean, like, I'm one of those people, you don't want to recast, like, I hate when they recast people in movies.
Yeah.
Even little parts, because you lose, like, a connection. But you realize, like, no, there's a reason to do that.
Yeah.
And you kind of, you're able to accept different things about the movie. And I think German was the right way to go. But you always wonder in the back of your head, if we had done it in English, would it have come out better? We could certainly have done it faster.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think we would ever have stayed on the script. Like, it would have been 100% like Caddyshack improv. Like, we would have shown up, put on our costume, and just like done whatever came to mind.
Yeah.
And it would have been the best thing ever, but still not in German.
Oh, there's something there.
Looks like we got
You
something.
gotta be careful. These kids,
12
they
o'clock.
sometimes pretend to be dead in the street so they can rob you.
It's one we'll never know. We'll never know.
I like the German also because it masks acting. Like it
bad
masks
we are.
how bad our acting is basically. And if we were speaking in English, you know, and
Oh no.
intonation's not right, yeah, like you can tell a lot easier if it's, you know, just German people can never watch.
Who is your favorite person in terms of their German speaking accent or ability? And I'm not saying who is the worst. I'm saying who's your favorite.
Just my overall favorite. Probably Neil.
Why?
Just because he's always changing. Like, I think this is the best way possible, Neil, if you're watching this. Just like, because like sometimes his accent sounds really good.
Sometimes it's
I
French.
thought it sounded good to me, and then sometimes it sounded, like Larry pointed out, it sounded French, and I was like, it does sound a little French. And like,
Bist du sicher, dass du sah, was du sah?
But he kept going. That's
he kept
why it was
going, and that's
good.
why it was good, yeah. And that's what you're supposed to do, you just keep going, you power through it. So I like Neil a lot. I like Patrick, too, because it always just sounds like he's reading his lines.
Depriviert estic, Mario. Wir waren du eigentlich bist.
Which, like, 3/4 of the time he is. Like, the
It was an
paper's
imitation. Give us a line.
It was like, "Hello, Professor. I'm Slimuck with the."
Give us a Patrick line, like your line that you read for DZB2.
That was Patrick though.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I was Slimuck, but he was like, I guess
Oh,
that's it.
there's. We have to put that on the DVD too. Like that has to be somewhere where someone can hear that. Originally, Adam read the dialogue for that part in DZB2, where Professor Oak has an inner monologue and a conflict going on in his head. You read the part of Ash.
Oh, I think I read all of them, so
Yeah.
that we could gauge your expressions
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah,
And like we
The time
still
to do it.
reference it to this day.
because my accent wasn't very good.
Ik kan niet uitschikken. Ist wie Sohn de Mur. Ich habe Afwassen gesucht. Ich habe sein Mutter vergessen. Ich habe ihm seinen Pokémon gegeben. gegeben. Hallo, Professor. Ich habe einen Slimeock angefangen. Ich sehe ihn jetzt zur Tür, damit du für uns sorgen kannst. Slimeock. Slimeock. Slimeock! Nein! Mein Gott! Mein Bein! Ah! Nein! 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 Gott, warum? I don't know. I don't.
Shut up, man! I've gotten a lot better, haven't I?
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Von dem Chaos hat einer bosartig Einheit aufgekaut. Nintendos schmutzigen Geheimnis. Ist die Creature. Weiß als Mr. Game & Watch.
We're done professionally.
Now that you've officially finished Link's parts, what is the next step in the process? How long do you think it's going to take, and what do you hope for finished product?
I think in terms of finishing filming, I'd say 2.5 weeks. And that's not me, that's Graham Curry, who is the most unavailable person on the planet. Because he's so highly in demand. Ladies, jobs, men, everyone,
kids,
all the kids.
It's weird. It's weird, all the kids. But, well, it's Graham.
But we work with it. We work with it. Playing Ganondorf, I think. He's not the same. He's not the same person anymore. Can we talk about the goatee thing, please? Can this be on film?
Oh, okay.
This needs to be on film.
Yeah, the goatee thing.
If you're making a movie and you cast someone whose name is Graham Curry and he shows up with a goatee after filming as a character who clearly does not have any facial hair, give him a lady shaver and make him shave the goatee, because we have proven it works.
It's amazing. You don't really think about it, but it's amazing how much your own physical appearance changes throughout filming. And like we've had characters like dye their hair during filming. You know, we've had.
Although with Hannah, you couldn't tell. You can't tell.
Oh,
because the same way she has. In DZB2, Hannah has blue hair. It was pink. I thought it was blue.
No, it was blue.
I think it was
It was blue at first.
Megan.
We're getting there.
We'll get to Megan.
Oh, we'll get to Megan.
Get to Megan. That sounded creepy.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Nothing in DZB2 I think showed. I mean, obviously everyone's hair.
Yeah, our hair is always growing.
My beard.
Yeah, your beard. Graham's goatee. Like, that's what I was getting at, is...
But it wasn't bad in DZB2, whereas I think in 3...
Yeah, because in 3, he started out clean-shaven, right? And
well, no, when we filmed the party, he had a goatee. Because I have pictures of him when he did Toad. He had a goatee.
But then he shaved it and was Sonic.
He was shaved it for Sonic.
And then he grew it back.
Job interview. He was doing a job interview, and he shaved it.
And then he grew it back after.
But we'd already started
started filming him as Sonic. And we couldn't... Like, redoing scenes is such a pain. Like, so...
We've done it once. We have done it one time. and never again.
For DZB2.
For the boardroom.
That
We'll
was
never
the
do that
worst.
again.
That was probably the worst I've ever felt during filming.
It was terrible. Never expect things to go right, and always like you have to be able to plan like on the fly.
Yeah. Be creative. Don't let things get to you if actors bail or.
We didn't for this one, I don't think. We had tense
Not as
moments
much.
where it's stressful, but not bad at all.
Not as bad as DZB2 at all. Because I was
How did we
mentally
have so many
prepared.
more people for this one?
My friend group expanded a lot, and in between the two movies, I got closer to a lot of my friends.
Period. Yeah, I remember that.
And
where were they for DZB2?
I just was more comfortable asking more people.
Yeah.
Basically,
I asked a lot more people too.
we really tapped our resources. No, you didn't. How many of your friends are in this movie?
All of them.
No, that's not what I meant.
You know what, Stephanie? You shut up. You may or may not be a character that we have wanted you to be forever. Please. Stephanie is the one doing this interview right now, and like she flat out refuses to be on screen. Stephanie played Rosalina in DZB2. It took me weeks to heal. I can't talk about it. But she was in the movie. You're welcome.
Do you have any more questions?
We have a couple more minutes. Who's your favorite villain?
Man, that's the thing. I love all of them. Like, I like Kayla. I like Game & Watch. I like Arthur. I like Mega Man. Mega Man's probably my least favorite.
Why?
I don't know. He's just not as interesting to me. Like, I love what we did with him, and I love Mega Man. He's just, of those villains, he's my least favorite.
How do you beat Guy in an underwear fight?
Yeah, like Arthur was a lot of fun. Arthur's
crazy.
Tell me a little bit about the posters.
So the posters are like you can definitely see like an evolution. I feel like nothing in this movie was done professionally, and it was never done by people who knew what they were doing.
That's so true.
Like
so
I've made all of the posters thus far using Photoshop elements that I originally bought for an art class that I took like as an undergrad. Art education class. Like a tier 2 class learning about art. I don't want people to mistake me. I didn't take an art class. I don't know how to do anything. I made a ceramic thing and it looks like a pot and it's not a very good pot. Like it looks pretty bad and it broke. And that's what you got, making the quality that you see in front of you. Definitely DZB2. I love our final poster. Like I think it kicks ass. And then they definitely get better. I feel like the first poster we made was Peach, which I feel like it was a good picture of Peach, but the poster was super bland. And it was mostly, I think, just to see if I could do it, really. And then I think we went Mario, Link.
For the DZB2 posters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like doing it. It's a lot of fun to do. Yeah, there's still, like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 had like 50 posters. So I feel like, hell yeah, we're going to have 50 posters too. We're not, but we're going to have a lot of posters. If we can make a poster out of something, I will make a poster out of something. So like we still need to we have like at least 2 or 3 more Samus posters coming your way. Do you have anything more with Link?
Final poster? I think that's the last thing he'll be
Final
in.
poster.
He's been in a lot of posters.
You're in almost all the posters this time.
If he's not like a main focus of the poster, he's like in there somewhere. Yeah, like he's in the Game & Watch one. He's in the Mario Sonic one. Mario doesn't have his own poster.
He shows up in Game & Watch. Yeah. No.
Well, Mario and Link have theirs. The farmer and his wife.
Yeah, that's the best one too. I really like that one.
I like that one a lot.
You still have Sir Arthur's poster coming.
Oh yeah.
You still have. I think I'm gonna try and do one of the goddesses. I think I can make a fun one of them. You have at least 2 Samus ones. You have one of them will be referencing Tron, and that'll look awesome. You'll get it for people that care. Anyway.
What about the final poster?
The final poster on my side. I will be making a final poster for the movie using the same talents I've had before, and that will be very Kayla-centric, and it'll have a lot of different things. However, the final poster is the only one I have not done, and that'll be Megan, and it's going to be a completely hand-drawn poster. So we're definitely excited for that. I have no idea what to expect.
We were thinking like old school, like the Star Wars
Indiana Jones
style, like the hand drawn stuff.
When I've all done
trailers.
filming, the first thing I will do is upload the footage, and then a few days later, when that's done, there's gonna be 11 tapes. There's 11 tapes now because what we're doing now takes up so much tape. We killed a tape yesterday just filming our thing. I'd say 11 tapes, uploading that, and there's still some storage requirements to work out. I'm gonna cut a trailer right away. Will you know who the bad guy is from that trailer? Like, nah. I'm gonna definitely hold off. The best you can hope for is the final trailer, which will come out when the movie is done or nearly done being edited. And I'd say don't expect it until winter. And I'm talking
later than winter, like next winter.
That's actually, winter is being very diligent about my work, which is not great.
Wait, are you saying this coming winter?
That's the hope.
There is no way in hell.
It's October.
Yeah.
That's 2 months.
I say give it. We'll finish filming in 2 weeks. 2 more weeks, you'll see the movie. You'll see a 2.5-hour movie ready to go. No, this movie's gonna take a long time. It's gonna take everyone stay patient because editing is hard. Adam would write me every day can you please show me something? Can you please show me something? I'd be like, no.
During DZB2.
No,
this summer.
During DZB2. Yeah. And I'd be like, no. And then I finally showed him something. It's 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's this is all I've gotten done in a week. And I felt bad because I will tell you this now. I've probably wasted at least a cumulative 24 hours watching stuff I've just edited over and over and over. Just be like, this is so cool.
Don't do that. Just edit.
And it's really hard. Once you see the final product, you cannot help it. The first really good thing I edited was the opening titles for DZB2 where we're fighting the Goombas. I probably watched that 1,000 times. I swear to God. Oh man. That scene alone took 3 days. 3 days working continuously. I don't go outside normally. I didn't even I wore adult diapers and IVs and I worked all day. All day.
IVs of Dr. Pepper.
It's disgusting. I didn't ask you. And it keeps me alive. I have a condition.
What condition? Nasty condition? That's the best I can come up with, I'm sorry. So what else? Posters, the trailers.
2 trailers.
2 trailers.
And the best you can hope for is a glimpse of Kayla's villain character in the second trailer. I'm not showing anything. It's not happening.
Can you give us any idea about what the first trailer is going to be?
No.
Do you have an idea?
I see the marble, but not yet what is within it. And when I upload the footage, it will become known to me.
Good Michelangelo reference.
I would say don't expect any more rip-offs of trailers. It's going to be a legitimate trailer for DZB3. And I'd say one is probably going to be super funny, and that it's completely serious. It will be the most serious trailer you've ever seen. You'll laugh. You'll cry.
They should be. It's just.
You're unprofessional.
My agent. My next big movie.
Yeah, what's that?
Dogs. And people. It's a good movie.
Is that Beverly Hills Chihuahua?
No! It's Marmaduke.
That's even worse. I know. I'm pretty sure George Lopez has a voice in both of those movies. I'm pretty sure.
Believe it.
If there's an animal movie, George Lopez voices.
Hello?
So that was Adam's friend calling.
Sorry. Popular. Soups Pops.
What?
Soup?
Is that a reference?
So this is what filming was like? They would sit around and talk about other stuff for 45 minutes.
Wait, can we turn this around? Can you come and tell us what was your... Come on.
I'm just a camera person. I don't
Come on.
Come
No.
on.
Come on,
No.
Stephanie.
No.
Come
No.
on.
No.
please.
No.
I'll put a black
No.
thing on your face.
I'll take
Come
my
on.
Nope.
shirt off. So, actually, I won't.
I don't know
Really
how that's
fuck you right
appealing to me. Sorry, guys.
Just to the camera. Not
Come on, just come on.
No.
Okay, then tell us what was your experience? What were we like on set? Adam, just do it with me. You gotta be.
No. Okay, so what we're doing is we have poppers, and Larry wants to high five someone with a popper. So I think it's going to be Graham and Larry. I don't want to partake.
Running to someone's internet and looking up clips from videos that
Oh yeah,
they
we
love.
did a lot of
We
that.
did a lot of that.
We
Every single filming, we must have looked up at least one or two things from other movies.
we're really geeky and we really love.
There's a lot of references. We wanted to get it
There's
right.
a lot
We care.
of. We care about movies. We care about geeky movies. You know, like Star Wars and
I
Indiana
would say
Jones
a
and,
year
like,
ago, Adam and I stopped speaking in normal terms. Like we speak in references now.
Oh yeah,
all the time.
that's how we go.
all the time.
It's
Unless we're having a Pokemon battle over
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, which we started doing.
then we
And
just scream.
It's just screaming and
Just
swearing.
cuss words like yeah, we're mad at each other for like a few minutes, but that's okay.
What is your favorite thing, Stephanie? Because you've been a part of this the whole time. And I will, about Stephanie. Stephanie never wanted a part of this. She never wanted to be in it. And I'm not saying that to be bad, but, she's busy. She doesn't like to be on camera. And she's filmed, I would say, at least 70 to 75% of DZB3.
That's really specific.
72 and 3/4.
I got sucked into filming on DZB2, and then now I just kind of stayed. And it's my job.
Do you like it?
You are a head camera
Uh-huh.
woman.
You are a head camera woman.
You have filmed
No one else comes
more
close.
More than anyone in this movie.
It gives me something to do.
We owe you big times.
However, I would like to point out that filming
Silence
between
with this one.
Link and Mario most of the time means Larry starting to do something and then Adam copying him as Link, except making it more childlike.
Oh yeah.
And,
I don't know if that's him trying to do that, though.
and
That could just be
naive.
normal.
and naive looking.
Also,
Link, Link tries to copy a lot of Mario's actions. He looks up to him. He looks up to Mario. And why?
Okay.
I don't know why. Mario's like
talk
a
about
dick.
your character's journey in specific, and then that'll be it. So, for Mario, in DZB1, Mario is an asshole. Let's just call it what it is. But he's a lovable one. He's doing the right thing, but he's a dork. He's not really that smart. He's not really that great. Luigi does all the footwork pretty much, and Mario takes the credit for it. And so then you have a weird dynamic in 2 because Mario thinks that he's partnered up with his brother, but he's not. He's kind of doing things on his own. And the violence definitely escalates, because that's how Mario does things. And I would say DZB3, Mario's journey is very much a circle. He's still a jerk, and he beats people up.
He changes, though. I think Link changes him. If it was Luigi and Mario, I don't think Mario would have changed.
Mario changes, but he will never admit to it.
He'd never admit to it.
Never
Yeah.
admits to it.
But he becomes softer. And Link...
He goes the other way.
Yeah, Link is the other
becomes
way.
darker.
They
because
affect
of
each
Mario.
other. Link starts out really innocent, really childish.
You run away from Ganondorf the first time. During that fight, remember? He takes your sword and you run away when she fights him. Whereas now, he kills people.
Link would just go to town on Ganondorf in DZB3. It wouldn't even. Link definitely starts out really childish. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He's not a hero. By the end of DZB2, he's been trained.
You were both of us thrust into the story. Link is almost killed, possibly killed. We don't know. At the beginning of DZB3.
Oh yeah, and then
you
in
lose
DZB3,
everything.
Link takes it's a really dark turn.
We both of us lose everything.
I keep forgetting that because there's so much to the story. I keep forgetting like
Mario
all the
and Link
aspects of it,
lose everything, and they are literally on their own.
It's a really like, even though this is like, it's like a comedy at its core, but like it's still a really dark, like,
you know what, people don't
movie.
realize like how hard we think about the story. Like it is funny, but we actually think really hard about the story. We love the story.
Yeah, we love the characters, and we try to make this like really meaningful.
We took the series. It was very serious taking the story. Like we worked very hard on it, and it means a lot to us.
Yeah, you fleshed out a lot of the characters, and in the script you put a lot of stage direction for the characters' backgrounds.
Oh yeah, like
that's what made the script so long. How long did it turn out to be?
The script is like 100 pages. It's not. It's like 80 pages, but I want it to sound longer.
We give tons of thought to all of our, even the small ones. Like, I'll go through like a character study with someone and be like, so like with Patrick, he was playing like Marth, and I was like, this is like your character, and these are your motivations, and he was like, why are you telling me all this? I'm in this for like 5 minutes, and I was like,
that's
whatever,
all,
man. It matters to us. Like
a lot of big characters are in this for a very small amount of time.
Yeah, a lot of people get killed.
Kayla
franchises.
Kayla kills most of the people in the movie. Yeah, people that we didn't really like or we couldn't figure out how to make a bigger part of the movie, we killed them. But they have their moment of glory.
Yeah.
Fox has his moment. A bad moment, but
the whole Star Fox franchise, we just sort of like... Sorry. I never really played Star Fox all that much anyway, so...
Oh, I did. Whatever. It's awesome. Super Nintendo. We'll play the original. Okay, we have a minute. What is closing thoughts to the audience? Speak to the audience.
Anything you would like to say?
I really hope you enjoy the movie. We have worked incredibly hard on it. So if you don't like it, we'll kill you.